So when we come and think about why it's really important to decommission legacy systems and what to do about the legacy data, I think there's some important reasons that have always been the case, but actually there's some increased pressures nowadays. So for a long time, we've worked with organisations that basically had to address the cost of these legacy systems. And we look at the whole costs, whether it's not just the hardware and software costs, but often there's very, very expensive maintenance ongoing. There can be people costs as well. And when you add it all up, there's a lot of money being spent. And typically we see 15% or even more of an IT budget is being spent on keeping legacy systems in place. So there's cost is a key driver. Secondly, there can be increasing exposures to the business. So legacy systems often are on older platforms, whether it's the application or the operating system, the database, maybe out of date, maybe not getting support from the vendor anymore, maybe it's not getting security updates as well, which is obviously a real concern for the organisation. And equally, it may be the case that that was not written with the latest data regulations in mind, and is not meeting those requirements, which are often legal requirements, and again, that's an exposure. So these have been drivers for a while now. We've seen organisations addressing these legacy systems because of that. But actually, in the more recent times, well, first of all, the cost pressures have grown even stronger through COVID and lockdowns. But also, as we see organisations trying to migrate their systems forward to become more agile, to move to new platforms or to move to the cloud, then there's increased challenges. So if you've got a set of legacy systems that are running on an old platform, a Unix system or an AS400 or anything that's not supported in today's hyperscaler world, then you've got a choice of doing a very expensive migration to move that into the cloud, which is costly, and many organizations don't want to do that for a legacy system, or finding a smarter way. And there are definitely smarter ways of doing this. And we're seeing a real increase now in demand for help with addressing these sorts of systems to make the sort of savings and get away from some of the regulatory risks that I outlined at the beginning.